everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to be talking about when you're wanting a relationship but it's not happening fast enough.
But if you like what you're seeing, please like, share, and subscribe. This is what I think. I feel like there are people that really want to be in a relationship, but they're not currently in a relationship. Mm-hmm. And so they start doing things that's not real flattering. Yeah. It's like not real flattering to who you want to date, but then also not real flattering to the energy that you put out.
When you reach, this is particularly with people who are getting a little bit older,
right?
And when you reach a certain age and it's not happened yet, like the relationship hasn't happened yet, and so you are making it painfully obvious that you want a relationship, and because you're making it so obvious, it's coming. Maybe it's not your intentions,
right?
But it is coming off as desperate,
right? Because
you just feel like, why is it happening to me? And I don't know. I think I see a lot of this. I see a lot of people that are, I won't say not growing old gracefully, but are just not calming down. Like, I always feel like it's a matter of just, sometimes people have to calm down. I know someone who constantly puts on their social media, I'm looking for my king. Yeah. I can't wait till my king finds me. I'm praying for the man that I'm gonna have, and when I find him, we're gonna be a winning team. And I'm like, girl,
right?
Every man reading that is literally running away from you.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't realize like your energy and how you put things out.
I know.
Like, I don't think that when people put stuff out like that they think that's what they're giving.
No,
out.
they don't. That's
they kind of think like. Maybe I think when people do that, they do it for compliments, because they know the instant that they know you want a relationship, that you may be sad. Right. So then everybody's gonna go, "Oh, you're so beautiful. Yeah. Just wait, girl. He's gonna come and all this, and you know what I mean." And instead of thinking the fact, I just think when it comes to love, everything kind of happens organically.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you want a relationship, you don't find it, but when you're not really giving a damn, then it just shows up out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Because you don't really care. The energy's not so hard pressed. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that sort of thing. You got to let it go for it to come to you. And so I don't think that when people put stuff out like that, it's because because otherwise you'd be embarrassed.
Yeah.
If they really knew how they looked, they would be embarrassed. They wouldn't put it out. But I think that a lot of people, they put that stuff out because they kind of want someone to stroke their ego.
Yeah.
A little bit about feeling,
Well, I think it's because society, though, makes you feel like you have to have. Like, you should be already here. Where is your relationship? What is taking so damn long? And I just feel like my philosophy on this is, if I've already waited this long to have a relationship, why am I going to rush things and meet the wrong person? Yeah. Like, why at this point? I feel like I might as well just wait till the right guy comes instead of just picking anybody and being desperate. Like, it's not that, like, to me, I feel like the one thing that I really have always loved are relationships. I do like relationships, and, the people I've been with, I've actually enjoyed being with them. But I don't think that it's like, it's the end of the world because I'm 43 and I don't have a man. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the end of the world. I can still navigate through life, right now. But I think that constantly thinking about it all the time,
it can drive you crazy.
It can drive you crazy. And I know people who I know people personally that are just like, where is he? Like, I've been dating forever. Where is he? I'm like, my girl. And people have asked me, like, aren't you nervous? Like, I've had women ask me, aren't you nervous, girl? You're 43 and, and I'm nervous. I'm like, I'm nervous. I don't have that. Nervous is such a weak feeling, right? I mean, like, I'm not nervous. I feel like I am prepared if I find someone.
I mean, quality. I'm a quality girl on every level.
Me too.
So to me, is even with things I buy, how I look at myself, comes into my life. Like, I don't even want to have lunch with someone. that it's annoying. You know what I mean? Like, because that's an hour.
Well, who you break,
you know what I mean?
with
So even if I having a drink, that's why I always say coffee dates are the first dates, because coffee can't last that long. Yeah, you know what I mean. But what I would say is that I didn't have a relationship with myself for so long that I think that I love being with myself. Well, that
you know what I mean? Things,
I do. You know what I mean? Like I was saying to you earlier, that I think that a lot of people don't pour into themselves enough. People think like, you know, when they think of self-esteem, they think because they have a good job or they're driving a nice car. And I have self-esteem because I have good things. Yeah. You know what I mean? I look good on paper. Right. And a lot of people who are successful are usually, a lot of times can be really unhappy. You know what I mean? Because it's not all...
Most of the time right. They are.
Yeah. And so I would say that I'm on my way to some sort of success. Yeah. But I'm happy now. Right. You know what I mean? And so I look at things like, I take care of myself and I also spoil myself. You know what I mean? So you got to do things for yourself that keeps your mind in a way of moving in an uplifted position, but also open, you know, like for love. Right. So you don't want to just, you know, be single. So don't, you know, like do single things, but then treat yourself well. Because sitting around and wanting someone isn't treating yourself well. Yeah. You're kind of ignoring yourself because you're thinking like, I'm going to be happier when I have someone. And you may not be.
The best relationships are always when the people are already happy and they met each other.
And I think that if you are happy, I do think that you will find someone someone will find you that's happy.
There's I think that when people focus just on how long it's been, like you know, like we were talking about, like when people just focus on their age in relation to where they're at in their life, whether it be with a relationship, a job, kids, whatever it is, people do start freaking out. Yeah. You know, they do. And I don't know. I think that I like to just really empower women at this point. Yeah. That, you know, it's the one thing that I want is a relationship. I would like to be married. I want that for myself, and I know that I'm going to have that. I know I'll be a great girlfriend and wife, and I'll have I'll have all of that. So freaking out is not gonna. It will show all over your face. You know what I mean? A man's going to notice that desperation. I'm not saying you should do everything for a man, but if you're looking for a man, the best way to do that is not to look desperate. Yeah. Because you're going to get in touch with the wrong man, and then you're going to be like, oh my God, every guy I date is just horrible. No, well, it's because you are so desperate that that's the only thing you're wanting is him to be the one. You want everybody to be the one. And I don't want everybody to be the one. Right. Okay, I'm looking for a certain one. And then eventually we'll find each other. I mean, it'll happen.
Like advertising. I don't like people advertise.
I don't either.
See, because you know what happens when you don't feel good about yourself, but then you want a relationship. What you do is you start advertising yourself on social media, and by that is trying to show everybody how successful you are. Yeah. Look, I have
your body,
that, and then your money. And then also, like I know guys that want relationships and they start showing all of their cars, and their money, and how they always talk about their job. Yeah. Because they're trying to show people that they're successful. Yeah. And it's just like, you know, chill out. Everybody should know your every move. Yeah. And everything that you do. And by the way, there are some times when I do want a relationship that I do feel, you know, like I feel like I don't want to be alone.
Yeah, like I'm over this.
You know, like I kind of want to be, and then whenever I do that, I do something nice for myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I buy myself flowers. Yeah. Or I buy myself a candle. Yeah. Or I sit, you know, and really think about it.
Companionship is so important. Like, I think that relationships get such a bad rap. I think it's why when we talk about relationships, people ask us about relationships all the time. Yeah. And I'm like, it's just, companions are so important because you don't want to spend the rest of your life alone. At least I don't want to spend the rest of my life alone. I think most people don't. But I just think that when you rush things, it does make it's going to be, your relationship's going to be just doomed, I think, from the start. Right. I like who I am single. Yeah. And so when I meet someone, you know, like there's not like a lot of pressure, and people put these expectations, you know what I mean, all the time. Like, be a first date, there's so many expectations. I'm like, everybody's just forgetting just to have fun. Like, just have fun and chill out. Like, you know, get to know each other. It's not that deep. You know what I mean? But it becomes that deep when you start, like Kara was saying, you advertise oh my God, I gotta have my king is coming, and you know, and when am I gonna get him? And I hope he's reading this right now.
And because people think that their outer attributes are the most important. So they feel like,
that,
you know,
if I look good, you know.
Or just if I look good, if I have all the things and stuff, then they think that's going to attract a lot of people. Yeah. And that's going to give them a lot more to pick from. Yeah. You know what I mean? But what ends up happening is you start to look like nobody wants you. It's like the more you do that, you kind of show people that you're just not likable. So then anybody who's watching you is thinking, yeah, why aren't you married?
Why aren't you married?
You're not that unattractive. Yeah. You know what I mean? You were pretty. You know what I mean? But then why aren't you married? You know, to me, I like to keep the mystery into myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because, you know, when you get to know me, I want to be able to have something to talk about. Yeah. If they already know everything about you, then the conversation can go flat really fast.
It's too eager. Although we always say that because we have a YouTube channel, any guy that's going to be with us is probably going to know our whole life because we put it out there.
If they subscribe. So
subscribe.
And then I also talk myself down off a ledge. Like if I don't feel happy about something or I feel like I just want a relationship, talk yourself down off a ledge. Make yourself understand that at least you're not in a bad relationship. At least, you know, at least you're not needing someone to the point of, you know, like there are women who only need a man for money. Right. At least I can take care of myself. You know what I mean? Like at least I have that. You know what I mean? At least I have people that love me around me. At least that, you know, I have like you start saying things, you start affirming yourself a little more. And then you start thinking, oh, you know, I guess I can wait.
Yeah, because if you're not grateful for where you're at now, like start where you are. If you're not grateful where you're at now, then when someone comes to your life, you're not gonna, that gratitude is just gonna get lost. So I just think that you just need to be happy with where you are now and just don't do the freak out thing. Like, oh man.
Because you know who you date too may not even be who you thought.
It's never who you thought.
Or you may not even meet them the way you thought you were going to meet them. You can meet someone just in a way that you never thought you were ever going to meet. Right. You know, and that could be the person. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know what day that's going to be. Yeah.
Looking desperate is another part of it. I mean, physically looking desperate. Because I am seeing a lot of people put up really like suggestive pictures of themselves, I guess, to lure
and you know that's not who they are.
Yeah, in order to lure in the guy. Oh, look at me. See, I'm still fit at 45. I'm still, you know, it's like, yeah, and there's nothing wrong. Be proud of your body. I'm working on mine, so I understand. Be proud of your body. But sometimes it's not about that. Yeah. Like, I know people who work out and they're proud of that. Yeah. They're showing that. But there's people out here who are just kind of flaunting their bodies because they're like, oh, man. Yeah. I hope he sees this, that I still have it at 45 or whatever. It's like, no, you have to be careful how you're coming off on social media. And everything is like social media. It is. You know what I mean? And when you...
And I think that people look at stuff as like confidence. Like, so...
Oh, it's
like,
true.
It's all the mind manipulation of how... Like, we were just talking about Cardi B and her video and how that has been translated to some sort of confidence that women's live and women can be just like men. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's not. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, don't delude yourself into thinking that taking off all your clothes and being ultra sexual is because you can look desperate. You may not think you are. Yeah. You may, because people will say, oh girl, you go girl. Yeah. And all that. But the truth is that to who's watching you, who's viewing you, could be looking like, oh God, look at this 40-year-old woman who is trying her best to get her attention. You know what I mean? Trying to get some attention. And that is how a lot of men will look at you.
But it's like you're coming off.
But you can't put your sex... See, that's the thing, is when it comes to men, I don't mind flirting, but I don't put my sexual self first because you don't deserve that. Yeah. You don't know me. Right. You don't get to have that part of me. Right. Yet. One day you will. Right. Maybe. You know what I mean? But you don't get to have that. And I don't want any guy to think that is all I am. Yeah. And because the thing is like when you get to that little small... Because, you know, you're talking to the man's lowest... His lowest form of who he is when you're only talking to his sexual appetite. Right. That's it. Because it doesn't take much to get a man excited about sex. It really doesn't. So if you think that somehow you're doing something magnificent by being extra sexual to a man, you're not. Men can get turned on by a woman in a turtleneck. Yeah. So understand that before you do all that, you could just come off looking desperate.
You usually do.
You know, so the thing is like, don't lead with that. And plus, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, to me, sexy is not something you wear. Yeah. It's something you are. Right. You know what I mean? It's just something you are. You know what I mean? It's something you exude. in yourself.
Because looking sexy is one thing, and then looking sexual is a whole other thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a whole other thing.
Two women can wear the exact same outfit.
And
then one girl, she could be wearing a little tight black dress, and one girl, just by the attitude of a woman, can make you look desperate, and the other one can just look damn good. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm saying. Your personality to me needs to be worked on first.
Yeah. I get why women are doing that. Like, I don't want to dog out women because I know this.
I'm a woman.
There's probably people who are watching this right now are like, "Hey, I just took a hot picture of myself," and I'm not saying don't be proud of the way you look. That's not what I'm saying. What it is that in combination with being scared that you ain't found a man yet.
Right. Don't think that's gonna make a man like you, because just because you get a like by a man or a comment does not mean that they actually like you. Yeah. It just means they like what you did. Right. You know what I'm saying? They don't know you. So it's just like when women say, like, you know, oh, well, she got 300. Oh, those men are just trying to make sure she does it again. You know what I mean? They're not actually going to marry that girl. They don't really care about that. They just want to boost her ego up, gas her up, so that she can just keep putting photos out like that. And they'll do it to you too. Yeah. Even men that are your friends will like and heart and tell you all these things just to make sure that you keep doing that for for future notice. Be
more mysterious, I guarantee you. Yeah. Like, be more mysterious, and you'll see that it's a little bit more alluring to most men. Now, I think the men nowadays sometimes, but you know, we gotta start, you know, being like, do some old school stuff here. Yeah. Like, everything is just like, some of the new school stuff's fine. Like, I think I might even try. I thought about this the other day. I might do a show about it. About online dating, like doing an actual site. Like, I don't know even how y'all feel about that. Like Match.com, like doing an actual. Do you like that?
I don't mind. Because honestly, I think that love happens when it's ready to happen. Right. So however you want to do it. If you want to go online, then fine. If you go to the store and meet someone, then fine. I feel like wherever we were just watching a show. Danielle got me watching the show that we love about. It's an Indian matchmaker. Oh, so these Indian people, it's really good. It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Indian
it is really good. It's like a series. And so they do matchmaking or arranged marriage. But the way they do arranged marriage is like old school, or you can do a new school where you can actually say, I'm not interested.
And they call it a love marriage, is when you just find each other, and it's called love marriage. And then there's arranged marriages.
So I think that no matter how you want to do that, no matter how you even like the Duggars, they do courtship. Yeah. You know, where it's basically like you get to date one person.
We give this kind of extreme.
You know, like, you could go. I did speed dating once. I did. When I was in New York, I did speed dating where it's like a club, and it's great because you have like a martini. Yeah. You have like a little martini. It's a nice dimly lit. You know what I mean? And you basically, like, I think it's 25 people, 25 men and women, and then they switch.
Did you? Well, how old were you?
I don't know. I think like 30.
Okay, that's a good. Okay.
32, 33. But they switch. And it's kind of fun. Yeah. But you can meet someone that way. Yeah. Because because you only get like 2 minutes to talk to each other, and then the bell goes off, and then you have to switch to the next part. You have to rotate the next, partner. But yeah, it's kind of fun. You know what I mean? And but you never know, and everybody's having fun too. So it's not
that was my point in saying before, is that just, I feel like what I'm saying, that to prevent yourself from looking desperate and feeling, and more importantly, feeling desperate, just have fun. Like, I think people just don't use that's the biggest problem. Like, you were just having a good time.
It's just a good time. It was really fun.
Right.
Like, even when they come into your face, like, everybody knows it's funny because you get 2 minutes, and when they go, everybody's like, okay, so this is my thing, and then you just laugh. Yeah. Because it's ridiculous. But it's kind of funny because then after that, you get their if they like you, you get like a paper, and you can go talk to them, in a real way. Oh, okay. Like, you get a paper, and then you can write, I liked, you get a number or a name, and then you can go, I like them. So that at the end of the day, when it's cocktail time, and you go into that area, then you can kind of, hi, I like you.
I was still doing that. There was a big craze with there was a big time of speed dating.
Yeah, because the whole joke is that everybody's too busy to date, so they do this thing called speed dating where you can sort of date real fast, like a quick 2-minute date to get to know each other, and if you don't break the ice, like, you're not interested on their look, you don't have to spend any more time but 2 minutes. Yeah, you can move on. Right. But then if you kind of like them, then when it's kind of over, you can go talk to them. And like the lobby.
Different ways
it's kind of fun.
There's different ways of dating right now. You don't have to be that. The way this guy asked me the other day, he was like, he said, are you married? Do you have a boyfriend or whatever? And I said, no, I don't. And then he was asking me how old I was, and I told him I don't, And then he was just like, well, what's taking so long? I was like, well,
you're not married.
I said, right. I said, well, he hasn't found me yet. So I'm just, chilling.
And ladies, like, it's interesting to know because I think I know a lot of men that are my age, they want to get married.
Yeah,
there are a lot of guys that really want to get married. They just want the right woman. You know what I mean? And I think men are more relaxed in this situation all the time. And I don't care what old age they are. They're always more relaxed in situations than women are. I don't know why. I think it's because we're emotional and we just kind of want to have someone to be with.
Yeah.
But men do want to get married. They want to be with you.
Yeah.
They're out there. They're waiting for us.
And I went on a date once with somebody. The guy was like, "You're a very chill date." And I was like, "What does that mean?" And he was like, "Well, most of the women I've dated are they seem to be in a hurry," which is what we're talking about. Right. They seem to be in a hurry. I said, "Well, wait, like it's just they're trying to be the woman." And I'm like, "Well," I said, "Well, I mean, I am the woman,
right?
But we don't know if we're the couple." Right. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't. That to me is insecurity. Yeah. When someone's a woman's at a date, feeling like she's on some type of big interview. I don't treat it like that. Like this is why I feel like I was telling him. I was like, maybe the reason why I'm so relaxed is because I really just getting to know you and just honestly just enjoying this moment.
Yeah, I will say this that I enjoy male company.
I do too.
I enjoy men. Men are they're different like energy than like women. So your female friends and things. So
this is why I'm happy we have a lot of male subscribers. We have a good amount of male subscribers, and they give us so much. I like to hear a man's thoughts. I think is what it is. They think so differently than we do.
I mean, they're funny and they're charming, and I just like talking to men. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so I feel like whenever I'm out, I get relaxed mostly just because. It's just nice to sit back and talk to someone else.
So just enjoy them. Like you're saying, just enjoy the moment.
Just enjoy.
That's what it's doing.
Be in the moment. You know what I mean? Right? Because you don't want to. Like I said, you don't want to go out there with a mission.
Right.
See, women do that. Women, I need to go there on a mission. You just need to go out there and then have no real expectations. Now, when I say expectations, I don't mean your values. Like don't if he's if you don't have. What's the list? Then sometimes you gotta throw that list out there. You know what I mean? Like look, if you're breathing nice, you hold the door open for me, pull the chair out for me, you pay for the dinner. Yeah. You know what I mean? Then look, and I like you, then that list can kick rocks. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't gotta be everything on the list, but there are a few things that they're like you can't smoke. Yeah. I'm never gonna be okay with that. Right. You know what I mean? And I want kids. Yeah. So you have to be okay with that. But more than that, really, if it's like you're working. You got a job. You're doing. You're working. Yeah. I do prefer a man that loves his work because I think men are better when they love what they do. They're nicer to you because they love themselves because they're doing something that they love. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I do prefer a man to have some work that he absolutely loves to do. Right. You know what I mean? And then hobbies and things like that. You know what I mean? But other than that, you don't gotta be 6 feet tall. You don't gotta be. I like dark skinned men, but you don't gotta be if you're not, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, like Daniel said, relax.
Just relax.
It's just a day.
This guy was
you're not getting married. It's not a must have.
And this is what the guy, he was like, well, sometimes when I go on dates, it's like they're already thinking that we're going to get married. He said, I legit mean that. Like I said, no, I know women. I told him, I said, no, I know what you're saying. I know you're not full of yourself. Like you're saying, I know women that are trying. They say this. I'm trying on this date. This date is the one. Yeah. I'm wearing the perfect outfit. I'm gonna have my hair looking good. I'm gonna have this looking great. My makeup's gonna be on point. I'm gonna have all my ducks in a row here. And then how can he resist this? Right? I'm thinking because he can. Yeah. I mean, if you guys are not, if the chemistry is not there, it's just not there. And I told this guy, I was like, I am, and he's like, see, this is what I mean. You're chill on the date. I'm like, I'm chill because the person I'm with is chill. Like if you weren't, then it would be weird. I was like, but I really am just trying to get to know you and just have fun in this moment.
And I always think like first dates should be very casual.
They should be.
You know what I mean? And then this lady said once, she said whenever a woman goes on a date, never put too much thought into what you're wearing. Yeah. She said the reason for that, not that, like appropriate attire. You should definitely do that. She's like, you should definitely look good. She was like, but if you put too much pressure on that, whenever you put too much pressure on anything, you bring out a negative sort of feeling about it. So she's like, just be casual. Just like if you were going out to dinner like with your friends. Yeah. Her point in saying that is that if you care too much about like little things like doing this all the time, then what's going to happen when you're on a date? You'll be worried constantly about how you look, right? And so if you just go like I would go on a date like this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like go on a date like this, then you know what you look like.
It's like high expectations when people do that. Right. They try to get perfect, and I'm like, okay, you're not perfect.
You're not concentrating on the date. And especially when men pay for dates, you want to enjoy the date because they're paying for it. So you don't want to be sitting there wondering, do I look ugly? Do I have this? You know what I mean? You kind of just want to enjoy the man and enjoy the what he's giving you right here. He's giving you a dinner. You know what I mean?
He better be. I hope
you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't pay for that.
Okay.
But just a heads up if anybody. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to enjoy that moment with a person, and you may never see that person again. Right. But you at least want to enjoy it, because they said the more good dates you have, the more successful outcomes you'll have with, because, like you said, it's good to go out and date and have a good time, because you create a good experience, right, and a good mind experience with men, right, when you do that. When you go out and even if it doesn't work out, as long as you're like you're just relaxed, relaxed, you're not trying to put too much pressure on it, then you create a really good experience with men in general. So then that way, that means that love is not too far away, because you're not annoyed. Right. To have to date, because a lot of people are annoyed with dating. They don't like the dating scene. A lot of people who date are not being themselves. Right. It's like, be yourself. And see, that's another thing. When I think about being with someone forever, you'll probably see me this way, without eyelashes, right, with no makeup, very little makeup. My hair is normally curly, not straight. Right. You know what I mean? So I want you to see me how I am. Yeah. And not only that, just my personality. Right. Have you ever watched the show Sex and the City, when Carrie was always dating Big? Yeah. She remember that episode where she was just like, I feel like I'm always, she told Miranda, she said, I feel like I'm always like trying to pose. And so she's like, yeah, because you think he's better than you. Yeah. And now you're putting too much pressure on yourself, and you're not having even fun with this man. Yeah. Because you think he's judging you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the thing is, he might be a little bit, but as long as you're being yourself, who cares? Yeah. You don't ever have to see me again, but you're going to see me for who I am. Yeah. Because on some level, on dates, everyone's just trying to kind of do a lower level of impressing. Like, you're trying to impress each other. That's what you're trying to do. So you put your best foot forward when you're on dates. But what you're really trying to get at is who we are. Yeah. But don't, I mean, I just feel like it's just, don't put yourself, like, I feel like ladies just don't go out there and just be like, I'm a girl. Yeah. And I'm going to show you why. You know what I mean? Like, it's too much, right? And they're seeing that, they're probably gonna run away. That you probably gonna get on second date, right? And if you put it on social media, forget it. If you're someone who puts on social media all the time, I got my king's here, he's coming, I'm bringing a power couple and all this. It's don't do that. Don't look you. If you want to know why you're not getting any dates, and they're seeing that, that's just gonna keep it all the way real. And also date different people. To me, until we talk about us being exclusive. Yeah. It is okay for both of you to see other people. Yeah. And just keep it open. I think that's another way of relaxing. Is what I'm saying, is to know that you can date other people, and to know he's going to date, and you know that. Yeah. You know he's dating other, then you can relax. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because there's no pressure there. You know what I mean? It's just like, this is a date. It's not a relationship. So the wedding's not if something happens where you want to see each other more, then you have that conversation. But if that first date, when you're trying to meet someone, or you just want to meet someone, don't put so much pressure on yourself. Like, have a good time. Yeah. Just a little pep talk. Just a little pep talk on that dating scene. We've been seeing all kinds of people posting all desperation. Look, please stop. I've seen so many thighs, calves, cleavage, just booties, all kinds of sexy eye poses and tongues. Sometimes tongues sticking out. Yeah, you know what I mean. Right. Just all kinds of dim lighting, and I just think to myself, then the only thing he's gonna think about is sex. Yeah, but there's too much happening. Too much happening. You know what I mean? Too much desperation. All this. I'm a confident girl. No, you turn into a desperate girl. You know what I mean? Don't tell yourself that so you do it again. Right. That's why I want to say it now, so that if someone's watching this, they'll go, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that all the time. If you did it one time, then don't do it no more. Right. This is just to stop. You know what I mean? Because I guarantee you, they're just like, right. I bet she is desperate. She's desperate. No. And they're never going to say that, by the way. They're going to say, oh my God, you look hot. Yeah. Good. You know what I mean? There's nothing worse than a friend of mine put up a picture the other day where she was just hanging all out of her clothes. And the man put like the penis. Oh no! What's the vegetable that they use? What is it? It's a eggplant. And then he had like the drops of water in the tongue. And I thought to myself, but is that how you want? You want that? See, I don't want it. Like, that would make me mad. That's why I don't do that. Because when men do that to me, they don't do that to me. You know, like they don't put like penis things. Yeah. That's why I don't take pictures like that. Right. Because when you do that, you invite that ignorance. Yeah. And you know what I mean? And then it's just like, I don't want any guys putting those emojis underneath my picture.
Just don't, y'all.
You know?
It's desperation.
But what I get are hearts and you're beautiful. Thank you. See, that's sweet. I like that. I like that energy. You're beautiful. You're you know, nice picture. Nice picture, Kara. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't want pictures of you know, thirsty looking you know, emojis and then men acting like, you know what I mean? You invite that energy and then that's what they're really thinking about. They're not thinking about you. Yeah. They just want to know what you're like in bed. I'm hot.
Kara got a sweater on.
I don't know why I'm wearing this sweater.
Oh, it's like 80, 90 degrees outside.
I have no idea why I'm wearing this. I just grabbed it real quick and put it on.
You guys, you know what to do. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
And if you have any topics you want to talk about, go down to our comments
or email.
And you know, share it with us. Yeah, that's what you want to talk about.
And you know, watch a couple other of our videos. I'll put them right there.
Ooh,
why not? All right. Everybody have a great day. Bye.